Okay, welcome back to another video. This one is about cutting pearls in half. Probably you've seen images like the ones that I'm showing right now of pearls cut in half and look so elegant, so nice. Maybe you want to add one to your collection, so here's how you do it. It's very simple. First you need sandpaper, at least 3 varieties, if two if minimum. You need coarse, medium coarse, and water sandpaper. So you can see the grit sizes right there, 60, 80, 220, the ones I recommend. We're going to start with pearl number 1, which is an 8mm oval shaped freshwater pearl. I actually did this in about 6 minutes, I believe. So basically, just grab your pearl, use a coarser sandpaper, usually cut it in squares. An adequate size. You may want to have a larger size or smaller. I would recommend larger. And basically just using this straight motion, you start erasing or eroding the pearl away. So with pearls of this size, it's really hard to cut them in half. So this is what I recommend, unless you would want to have 2 slices, 2 different pearls that are basically cut in half. In this case, we only want to have the pearls in half and see their innards, their inside. I already changed to the second, the medium grit sandpaper, and basically just keep doing that and try and make the pearl as flat as possible. When the pearls are round or oval shaped or teardrop shaped, it's a little bit tougher, but you'll get the hang of it. Of course, you will also probably hurt your hand, your fingers, a little bit with the sandpaper. You may want to use, I actually use, when I don't have anything better, masking tape. And I just basically wrap my fingers, and that protects them quite a bit. You're also seeing that there's some mother of pearl dust. It's actually pearl dust that's being obtained there. But it also has some of the particles from the sandpaper, so I do not recommend using it for human consumption. If you want to use it as pearl cream, yes, just add a little bit of lemon juice to all that powder, and you will be able to make some pearl cream. Okay. Finally, you got the piece of sandpaper. The nicest one, and that one you get it wet, okay? And now you use circular motions to erode the pearl away and make it nice. Look at that. But that's a little bit more water, and again, just if you use this kind of grit and sandpaper, you will get a glass-like look to your pearl, which is just like that. You see it? It's really nice. You can see the pearl looking almost like an onion cut in half. Now we're going to use a dyed freshwater pearl. It's a Baroque pearl. This one is kind of flat. If you want to cut keshis in half, keshi pearls, or these that I call freshies, it's the same deal, but of course they're somewhat easier to do. Why? Because they're flat. So just choose the side you want. I chose a flatter one, and you can see that I wrapped my thumbnail, my thumb actually, with masking tape. Okay, so I'm doing the same thing as before. In this case, if there's a mother of pearl dust, I would not recollect it because it's a dyed pearl. God knows what they're using to dye the pearls black. You can see it, you can collect it. So I'm changing to the medium grit sandpaper. And here I'm already using circular fashion. Look at that. It's attached to my finger, which is something that helps secure the pearl when you're doing this, okay? It would have been easier with the first pearl, but I had not hurt my finger, so I didn't use it. Now I'm getting, again, the sandpaper wet. And this is going to be just a jiffy. This one was actually, took me 5 minutes to get it. Look at that, nice, isn't it? and that's almost like what a keshi would look like. Now, final pearl is a shuriken pearl. It's a ninja star shaped or fancy shaped freshwater pearl. I really wanted to see this one, and it's larger, but again, it would be very hard to cut it in half if you were using the traditional method of using a jeweler's saw. So you can see the pearl, and it's not that difficult, but it took me quite a bit. With this one being so large, it took me around 20 minutes. So that's the deal with this one. Now, recommendation, when you're using the sandpaper, just buy a large sheet and just discard the little squares that you've cut from the sheet. And when you feel like it's not working, okay, you don't want to use sandpaper that is not doing its function. So just get rid of it. I mean, it's really cheap, it's inexpensive. We've moved into the medium size grit, 80, no, 60, no, yeah, 80. And just keep doing it. I mean, it's fast, it's easy. I'm changing over to a newer one. You can see I've changed to the same grit, but a brand new one. Always have the little pieces set and ready. From this one, you can use the pearl dust. Yeah, but again, since it has particles left behind by the sandpaper, I do not recommend ingesting it. Now, since this is the longest video, I did cut part of it. The others were complete. And you can see that when I'm showing the pearl, you can start seeing a little bit of a glassy appearance. That's what happens when you sandpaper pearls. They look glassy. They look more like mother of pearl. And it almost feels like it's forever. It's taking like forever to finish this one off, but no, it's just 20 minutes. I would recommend that you use one pearl and the next day you do this for another one instead of working on several during the same day. Okay, so I cut the video here short, and I'm still at it. Look at that. The pearl starts to look better. Now the final polish, circular fashion again. Since this is a larger pearl, you can use larger sandpaper. Look at how it looks now. You can see the banding that's from the mother of pearl shell. The beads are made from mother of pearl shell, from a freshwater mussel, and the larger ones will always have those bands, and it just looks so pretty. Now the last part of this process is it's called oiling. Just grab a little bit of oil, mineral oil, cooking oil, olive oil, doesn't matter, and rub it on the pearl. And that way it makes it look amazingly shiny. It removes any dust you may have in it and fills any void in the pearl. Look at that. So thank you for the video.